Start throwing in temporary discards to really cultivate a sense of desperation.
Go follow Claire and watch this whole entire video. She talks systematically about how narcissists and toxic abusers will slowly over time start to create a sense of desperation in their victims by blowing up when you try to bring your concerns to them, and by instigating temporary discards where they break up with you, and they do it in a very calm and logical manner. Like, it just seems like we're not working, or it just seems like we're ill-suited for one another, or they'll do it in a way that is covert in nature, so it sounds as if it's logical and it's based in a thought out process, but in reality, it's a manipulative technique to discard you, dysregulate you, keep you on your toes, keep you desperate so that you adjust your behavior to fit what they deem to be comfortable for them. In many cases, that's not requiring anything of them, not expecting them to emotionally meet any needs. And they're not really wanting to discard you, they're using it as a manipulative technique. She details here how slowly over time, as they start to do this more and more, it creates a sense of desperation in the victim so that they feel that they need their abuser to choose them, and it creates that trauma bond. It solidifies and cements that trauma bond. I also want to point out that often narcissistic abusers will continue to try to hoover and suck you back in after a breakup, and will continually incite these little mini discards while they're reaching back out to you. So like, often they'll hoover you to get your attention and to get supply from you, to then only discard you and remind you why you're not together. It's a way to abuse you. It's a way to have power and control over you. It's a way to affect you emotionally so that they can get more supply out of your reaction. What's really sick to think about is that these individuals actually get supply and get off on your pain and your devastation at their tactics and their maneuvers. They love to see you desperate. They love to see you hurting. They love to see you begging for them. So even though they have no intention of actually being back in a relationship with you, I mean, sometimes they want to, utilize whatever benefits, if you know what I mean, that they can from a temporary getting back together with you. They don't actually really want a relationship. They're simply using you as supply. And when you were in the relationship with them, they could take the good things you were giving them and they could use that as their supply, and also use the abuse that they were inflicting on you and the consequences of that abuse as their supply. It's really, really sick. But once you break up with somebody like this, they'll still come back to inflict abuse on you, even if it's just a negative interactions and it's just to reiterate or rehash old wounds. That to them is actually supply. And to you, it may feel like you're looking for closure because you're a normal person. So when they come back into your life after a breakup, you may look at it and be like, oh, maybe I'm getting some closure from this situation. Maybe I'll have more understanding. But you quickly realize that, oh no, this is just another manipulative game where they're using the status of me as their brokenhearted ex to just garner more supply from my pain and instability. It's really sick. It's dangerous. And if the sooner you can get away from these people in the relationship, the better. But especially to maintain no contact and to protect yourself in a breakup, it's equally important.